A lot of amateur musicians assume that you need thousands of dollars worth of fancy studio gear, but that's just not true anymore. In fact, with just 3 simple tools, many of which you probably already own, you can start creating your own polished, pro-sounding recordings from your bedroom. In this video, I'll break down exactly what those 3 things are and how to use them. And if you'd rather skip ahead and get the full list right away, including specific gear recommendations and a step-by-step recording guide, then you can download my free PDF using the link in the description. Number 1, the first thing you need is a digital audio workstation, or DAW. A digital audio workstation, or DAW, is the piece of software that will allow you to record, edit, mix, and master your audio recording. Now, of course, you will also need a device to run this DAW on, but if you're watching this video, you most likely have a smartphone or laptop already. And that's all you need. Now, deciding which DAW to use can be daunting. There are dozens of options ranging from free to hundreds of dollars. On top of that, DAWs are notorious for being complex for beginners to figure out. And then there's a whole range of different plugins and AI tools out there that can help you. Going into this in depth is beyond the scope of this video, but here are some pointers to get you started. Simple is better at the beginning. The DAWs that professionals use can do a lot of awesome things and run even more awesome plugins, but they are complex. If you're just getting started, all the plugins and AI tools are great, but as a beginner, they are only going to detract you from getting your first song recorded. Besides that, you have to have the basics down pat before you can really make use of the advanced tools anyways. If you don't have the basics down pat, then all the fancy tools in the world won't help get your first recording sound great. This is something that I want to stress. If you can't make a decent sounding recording with cheap gear and free software, then there is no point in investing in anything else until your skills have increased. Paying for software and expensive gear will not make your recordings sound great. So go with a free DAW to get started. Here are a few recommendations. If you're running a computer, my favorite free option for beginners is BandLab Studio. BandLab Studio is a simple program that enables you to record and mix audio without a huge learning curve. It's a web-based program and it's free. If you get into doing a lot of DIY recording, you will eventually want to move on to a more advanced DAW, but you can learn the fundamentals in BandLab Studio. If you're on a Mac, GarageBand is another good choice. If you're running a mobile device, the BandLab mobile app is my go-to DAW. It has a few features that are locked unless you upgrade to the paid version, but the free version will get you everything you need to get started. If you have an iPhone, GarageBand Mobile is another good option. Number 2, the second thing you need is a microphone. I will give you some specific recommendations in just a minute, but first, let me save you some money. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that an expensive microphone will automatically make your recording sound great. It won't. How you use your microphone has way more of an effect on the sound quality than the microphone itself. It's amazing how good a sound you can get from a cheap microphone. So start cheap. You can always upgrade to an expensive microphone once you know how to use that microphone and to record well. If you want a step-by-step guide on how to record well, there's a link to a free PDF guide in the description, which will help you out. Now, let's talk microphones. Microphones can be confusing. There are a lot of different types of microphones and different types are best suited for different applications. Here is the crash course. There are dynamic microphones and condenser microphones, and I'm not going to get into the weeds of exactly how they work, but for now, you just need to know that dynamic microphones are generally used for live applications and they don't require phantom power, and condenser microphones are generally used for studio applications and they do require phantom power. Phantom power is the 48-volt current that runs on the mic cable to power the microphone, and nearly all audio interfaces and mixers have a switch that allows you to turn on the 48-volt phantom power. Condenser microphones tend to be more sensitive, which is why they are often used in a studio environment. Not only are mics categorized by dynamic and condenser, but they are also categorized by diaphragm. The diaphragm is the piece of the microphone that picks up the acoustic energy of a sound and turns those vibrations into voltage. There are large diaphragm and small diaphragm microphones. Small diaphragms, or pencil microphones as they are sometimes called, are often used for snare drums, pianos, and acoustic guitars. Large diaphragms are often used in vocals and bass drums. If you are a beginner, I recommend going with just one microphone to get started, and I recommend a large diaphragm condenser microphone. Those tend to be the most versatile in any studio application. They will be versatile enough that you will be able to record anything that you as a beginner will want to record. Now, if you happen to have a dynamic microphone already, then by all means don't go out and purchase a condenser. Use the microphone you have for now to get started. But if you're looking to make a purchase, then I recommend a large diaphragm condenser microphone. There's one more thing you need to know about microphones, and that is how they plug in. Some microphones come with a USB plug and are known as USB microphones. They will plug directly into your laptop or into your smartphone if you have the right adapters. Other microphones, known as XLR microphones, come with an XLR plug that enables you to plug them into a mic cable, and then from there you can plug that mic cable into a mixing board or an audio interface. Should you get a USB microphone or an XLR microphone? Well, it depends. Let me lay it out for you. If you want to get started as seamlessly and cheaply as possible, then a USB microphone is the way to go. They are plug and play. They come with a stand, they're easy to use, you don't need any extra accessories or anything to get started. You can plug your headphones right into them. They are a great option. But they are also limiting. If you ever want to get into some more advanced techniques like stereo miking a guitar or recording multiple things at once, then you're going to be out of luck. Also, if you want to record an electric instrument such as an electric guitar by direct input, or if you want to plug studio monitors in, then you will find your USB microphone is useless. The alternative is getting an XLR microphone with an audio interface. An audio interface is an external device that connects to your computer with a USB cable and has ports that enable you to plug in multiple devices such as XLR microphones or electric guitars. An audio interface will have a headphone output as well as a right and left output that can be plugged into studio monitors. Depending on the interface, it might also include a MIDI interface that would enable you to connect a MIDI device. This will give you much more flexibility. So you have the option of getting a USB microphone, which is everything you need to get started in one package, or an XLR microphone, an XLR cable, a mic stand, and an audio interface. So which option should you go with? If this all seems overwhelming to you and you just want to go with the simplest option possible to get started, or if you have a limited budget, then go with a USB microphone. Again, it's about getting you making your recording as soon as possible, not collecting a huge pile of gear. But if the greater complexity of an audio interface and XLR microphone doesn't scare you, and if you want the greater flexibility that it offers, then I recommend you go with that option. Now, let's get into some specific recommendations. If you're looking for a budget USB large diaphragm condenser microphone, then I recommend the Blue Yeti USB microphone. It is a large diaphragm condenser, and it's flexible enough that you could record a variety of instruments and vocals with it. The Rode NT USB and the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB are more expensive options. There are various other cheaper options that are out there, but I recommend the Blue Yeti as the cheapest you should go with. If you are looking for an XLR large diaphragm condenser, then I recommend the Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR version. A more expensive option is the Rode NT1 Signature or NT1 5th generation. As always, there are cheaper options available, but you do get what you pay for. I think the 100 to 150 Canadian dollar range is a good range for beginners who are serious about making their own music, but don't want to break the bank. If you're looking for an audio interface, the cheapest I would recommend going with is the M-Audio M-Track Solo. My go-to recommendation is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo or Focusrite Scarlett 2 in 2 out, depending if you want to be able to plug in 2 XLRs or not. If you want MIDI in and out, then I recommend the PreSonus Studio 24C 2x2. You can also get interfaces with 4, 6, or even 8 inputs, but those aren't necessary for most beginner applications. All the ones that I recommended will give you the option of plugging in an XLR cable with phantom power or a 1/4-inch cable from a guitar. The third and final thing that you need to start recording a song is a pair of headphones or earbuds. Why? Well, you need a way of listening to your metronome while recording without the microphone picking it up. The solution, of course, is headphones. Now, there are 1,000 different options available, ranging from $10 earbuds to $1,000 studio headphones. Really, anything can work, at least to get started. Just be aware that most audio interfaces have a 1/4-inch jack, and many cheap headphones have a 3.5mm plug, so you might need to get one of these adapters. I recommend the One Audio A71s for low budget and the Audio-Technica M50Xs for higher budget. If possible, you will want to get closed back as opposed to open back headphones, as these will have less metronome bleed when recording. Those are the 3 things you need to make your own recording. If you want a step-by-step guide on how to record and mix your first song, then sign up for the free PDF guide below. If you want to make your first music video with a $0 budget, then check out this video next.